Hi Scorpio, welcome to your January 2018 tarot reading. I'm Gemstone Tarot. This is Valentine having a wash. And this is your love and general tarot reading. I'm going to do, first of all, the general energies for January, and then I'm going to do your little love reading for January, the month with 2 full moons. Yay, it's quite unusual, isn't it? Oh, Val, look at that stretch, that's good. Can't do that when I go to yoga. So let's have 9 cards for Scorpio. I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot. That's for you. Little secret card. Ooh. If you want a private reading, Scorpio, bookings are open again for 2018, and you can book in the description box, or you can visit my website gemstonetarot.com. Also, welcome if you're new to the channel. Do hit the subscribe button. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back for 2018. Me and Valentine are glad to have you back. Oh, that card has come up loads. Ooh. Scorp. Two halves to the month, as there are for many people. We have a full super moon in Cancer, 1st to the 2nd of January. Google it, find out where it's most potent near you. And then we have another full moon on the 31st, which is a full moon lunar eclipse in Leo at the end of the month as well. And we have a new moon in Capricorn slotted in the middle. So there is some ebb and flow, okay? And the beginning of the month for you is some kind of longing for escape. Longing, 6 of Cups in reverse, and escape, 6 of Swords in reverse. 2 6s. Both in reverse. These are issues from 2017. I feel like we're kind of hammocking over the year from 2017 to 18. And some of us are entering the year with old stuff. You want to hold on to something or someone. Got this 4 of Pentacles here. You see he's got 2 under his feet, one on one there. It's like people who used to steal records from shops or books that put them down their trousers, you know, and then they're sort of going out like that. Trying to hold on to a situation. It could be a job even as well. Or just a life. Trying to hold on to a pattern or a job, a person or a situation that is a slippery eel. I don't think it should be held on to be honest. Now, the full moon in Cancer may kind of crack you open like an egg, because that's the emotional part of it, and that's what really needs to be dealt with. You may personally have held on to your feelings about something and kept quiet. Because I said when I pulled this card, it was a secret card, it didn't want to come out. This is a fire sign person, the Knight of Wands in reverse. It could be someone who's left or gone, or you had a brief thing with, or it was a brief situation with lots of fire and passion. It could have even been a brief sort of job thing that didn't work out. More likely, though, to be a person. But you've kept a lot to yourself, Scorpio, which you do sometimes because you need to. Something about this full moon in Cancer is definitely going to sort of wash it out of your system a bit, I think, which you'll be quite glad about. If it's a person, either they will move away or the situation will move them from you. That's what full moons do, or they will reveal things to you which will move you from them. I mean, the word I'm getting is emancipation. but not in the way you hoped. You thought you could escape that way. You thought this was a good escape route. That hasn't so far worked. But then you get this, which is the Eight of Swords in reverse. These are all the swords dropping out and the person can walk free. So you do get your freedom. You do get your emancipation. But not in the way that you planned. And Scorpio likes to plan. Scorpio likes emotional plan. Sometimes, you know, emotional things don't go according to plan, and this is one of them. Some of you, in terms of work, are looking at where you are. This card has come up for nearly everybody. Seven of Pentacles, it's an assessment card. Your assessment looks favourable. It could actually be an assessment at work for a pay rise or something like that. Or just your own assessment of how far you've come, what you're earning, if you want to stay there, if you want to go somewhere else. Some of you want to stay, but will be moving somewhere else, which is quite interesting. Some of you are frightened of taking a risk because of finances. And then here we got the Page of Pentacles. I feel this is a very calming influence. It could be somebody else who's a calming influence about money and about stability, and also making you look for the long game rather than just what you're earning now, the potential of what you could earn in the future and the need to take calculated risks to get there. Not stupid risks, or, I mean, Scorpio doesn't take stupid risks. Scorpio is risk averse, I have to say, which is a good thing. So you're not going to be rash. Your bigger problem is being too conservative. Take legal and financial advice. This person is good. Could even just be a family friend. And then you will have insight towards the end of the month with the eclipse, the Ace of Swords. Very, very clear. Something you weren't clear on will become very, very clear and remain clear for the rest of 2018, almost like hatching a new plan, which I like for you, Scorpio. And then we have the Empress, which is a very nice influence, the only major arcana in your general reading here. For some of you, this is to do with mothers. To do with making a plan about a mother. It could be about looking after your mother, or even to visit a mother if you live a long way away. Some of you may plan to become a mother. That's a good sign. The Empress in the upright is a sign of good fertility. And you may come up with a plan as to how that's going to happen. It may not be an entirely conventional plan. These days there aren't a lot of conventional plans anyway. You know, things are a lot more free and easy, so that's good. But it's a plan. Let's have a Chuck Spezzano Enlightenment card here. But I like that you lose that longing energy that starts the month, because actually that energy isn't going to take you anywhere. It's more of a sentimental energy. You get the Revenge card. Don't become a victim of revenge. For some of you, this is about a situation where someone might have ripped you off, either in love or with money. They are who they are. They did what they did. That's the part that's straddling 2017. You need to leave that part behind, Scorpio. Don't go down the revenge route. It's pointless. It never evens the score, and also it drags out the hurt for you. So that's just a warning card, particularly if it's an old friend or an old flame. Let's have a look, speaking of old flames, at your love reading. I'm going to use a separate pack for your love reading. I'm going to use the Mythic Tarot. What does Scorpio need to know for love, January 2018? Ooh, needs that one. Ooh. Some of you are waiting to hear from someone and there's silence. That's just a message that I got. Let's have a look. Oh, there he is again. Okay, we want that one. Ooh. That one. God, that one's come up in that position for so many different signs. Right, Scorpio, love. Love, love, love. All you need is love. Yeah, it looks like you're going to get it. I like it. For those of you that are waiting to hear from someone, you will hear from them. Could be this person, because he was in your other reading, general reading. Knight of Wands, fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Or someone fairly flamboyant and confident. Yes. You may have been waiting to hear from them, or they've gone off for a time or something. They seem to steam back in, which I rather like. And you may have thought that you were immune to their charms. And the Four of Cups in reverse says different. This, for me, is a thawing iceberg. It's drip, drip, drip of feelings coming back. So you need to consider whether the rights and wrongs of that, you know, whether they deserve your feelings or attention, because the feelings nevertheless are going to come. Five of Pentacles in reverse as well. You may have been feeling lonely, alone, out in the cold, you know, a bit of a one-man band. That's going to change though with that Four of Cups in reverse. Suddenly you've got company here. It's not particularly peaceful for you though. We've got the Four of Swords in reverse. This person is going to come and stir you up. Which is kind of like the curate's egg. It's good and bad in parts, isn't it? Because you've wished for it. Nine of Cups. You've missed them. You've wished for it. You've missed, or if it's someone new, you've missed the feeling of having someone around. Or if it's somebody you'd fallen out with, you've missed them. Just for a few of you, if the issue of money comes up, don't join to anything financially with anyone if you can help it, if you have doubts. Because this seems nice, but on a slightly uneven footing at the moment. I'm getting slippery cobbles on the side of a beach. You know, when you're trying to climb a sea wall and it's very seaweedy and quite slippy, but at the same time, spectacular looking, breathtaking and quite exciting. Okay, all of those things are in the mix here. Now, in the middle of the reading, Justice, Major Arcana, the only one of your love reading. Again, Justice. Athene, Goddess of Wisdom in War. Take a balanced approach to love in January, Scorpio. There are going to be, especially with this full moon in Cancer, which is a fellow water sign, feelings that you can't control. I'm thinking like floodwater. Feelings flooding in that previously you have kept out. Temper that with some balanced thinking. And again, we get the Queen of Swords here. The Queen of dishing out balanced thinking, but also cutting out BS. using that massive sword. And again, look. Swordy, swordy, swordy. Soon as there's something you don't like, no more. Because actually you don't want to be completely disturbed. It's nice to be stirred up, but you don't want to be disturbed. King of Pentacles in reverse. Just beware if someone new comes in or someone old comes back or whatever it is. Whether they've got a job or not. It's in the mix. Finances or lack of them. What's their position? What's going on? Scorpio, you better than anyone else are good at covert investigation. You can find out without needing to ask them. But you need to know. That's an interesting card. Ooh, wow. First card you get for your love cards is the cynicism card. And this is where you were or are at the beginning of the month before that happens and you thaw out. Maybe they make a grand gesture. Knight of Wands is a grand gesture. And it thaws you out. Then we get the healing card. There is an opportunity to heal something. If both people behave themselves. But beware, Scorpio. Push me, pull me is in the mix. Make sure, because you've given this, some of you have given this person the cold mitt because they deserved it. Make sure that's not the only reason they're trying to get back. Or make sure they're not the kind of person that, if they're a new person, that enjoys the chase more than the actual real thing. Your judgment is very good in emotional matters, Scorpio. That's why you've got there Libra, Justice in the middle. It's for you to meter it out. Ooh. First card you get, to the sea, that's the full moon in Cancer. That's how you're going to be. Kind of unnavigated for a while. Just go with that flow as much as you can. And then you get higher power, which is telling you you may need to do a bit of praying, a bit of consulting, whatever your spiritual practice is. Just make sure you're in alignment with it. Healing with the Angels Oracle card. Yes. You get spiritual growth. You're not going to be the same person in 2018 as you were in 2017. You're not going to be as naive about whatever that situation was. But you're still susceptible to this gesture. It could be a good thing though, 9 of Cups. Walk softly, carry a big sword. Scorpio, do hit the subscribe button and also check out your weekly, and I do daily readings as well. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box. See you next time. Namaste.